Deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Wheezy. Card 3, sensation. Wait, then pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, touring, soaring, open road, exploring, creepers, sleepers.
Yeah, let's go. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Eric Sojash. This is Smoke the Competition. Please subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter at Sojash Sports. Today's episode, we're going to talk about NFL Week 14. We're kicking things off with the Thursday night football game between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to break down this matchup in detail. I'm going to talk about the point spread. Pittsburgh comes into this game as minus 5-point favorites. We're also going to talk about some fantasy football advice. I got some players that you must start, some players that you might want to consider benching depending on your lineups. There's a couple of bye weeks, last bye week of the season before your fantasy playoffs next week. So it's a big week. It's NFL Week 14. This is Smoke the Competition. I'm Eric Sojash. Let's go. Let's dive into those New England Patriots fantasy football lineups for Thursday Night Football. This might be a first for me, ladies and gentlemen. I only got one player to discuss for the New England Patriots. I'm not going to waste your time talking about other players that you definitely won't even roster at this point. The only player you might want to start in Week 14 is running back Ezekiel Elliott. I see him as a safe start this week. He's going to get the bulk load of the touches. He's going to get all the catches out of the backfield. He's going to get all the rushes. And if they ever find their way to the red zone, he's definitely going to be the guy to get the touches there. It's going to be a hard game to get points in. The Patriots are putrid on offense, but Ramondre Stevenson is going to miss this game. So the only player you can start for the New England Patriots as a safe start with a safe floor is running back Ezekiel Elliott. Let's break down those Pittsburgh Steelers and see who you should have in your fantasy football lineups. The first player we're going to talk about is running back Najee Harris. This week I see Najee as a safe start. He is coming into this week a little banged up. He missed a couple practices. Granted, it's a short week. That is usually what they do on short weeks. You don't want players to get any more injured than they already have been. So I wasn't overly concerned, but this is the Steelers offense. They are playing Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, which could be a plus for the run game. He is a more mobile quarterback than Kenny Pickett. However, the Steelers offense has been rough all season. You can blame it on Pickett. You could blame it on Canada. You could blame it on Justin Trudeau. Whoever you want to blame it on. It doesn't matter. They've been struggling. This is another week I see them struggling. But because they're going against the Patriots, who also struggle on offense, I think Pittsburgh will get a lot more touches. They'll be on the field a lot more. That will give more touches to Najee Harris, who I see as a safe start. He has a safe floor this week. I'm playing him in one league, and it's a league I gotta get a win. The next player I see as a safe start is running back Jaylen Warren. He does have the explosiveness, a little bit more than Najee Harris, to rip off a big run, and I can see him doing that at least once in the Thursday night football matchup. However, the Patriots defense is top tier. They've been leaning on that defense all year long, especially lately. That's the only way they can stay in games. So they're going to be dialing it up to stop the run and daring Mitchell Trubisky to beat him through the air, which he probably won't be able to do too often. So that's why I see both running backs as a safe start, not a must start, even though they will be getting a lot of touches in Thursday night football. The next player we want to talk about for those Pittsburgh Steelers is wide receiver Deontay Johnson. It's been a very up and down season for him. Not getting a lot of touchdowns, not getting a lot of receptions. Then he was injured, and he came back, and still the same thing. Now he's going to be playing with Mitchell Trubisky. Once again, not sure if that's going to be a boost for the offense or a downgrade. Either way, I don't see them getting on the same page, especially against a tough Patriots defense. They're not going to need to score a lot to beat this team, so they're not going to take a lot of unnecessary chances, which means Deontay is not going to get heavily targeted. This is a risky start. I'd keep him on my benches. I wouldn't play him if you need to get a big win heading into fantasy playoffs. Another player I see as a risky start this week is wide receiver George Pickens. Man, I was high on George Pickens this year. I got him in 4 or 5 leagues. I was praising him. And then when the offseason kicked off, you saw what he was doing in training camp. I thought I was a genius. Thought I was going to just dominate this year. And nothing. It's been absolutely putrid. Can't get no consistency here. You know the talent is there. You see it when he gets the ball in his hands. So it's hard to bench him at times, but I just can't do it. Not with so much on the line here going into the playoffs, and not against this Patriots defense. Like I said previously, they're not going to need to score, so I don't see them taking a ton of chances. They could easily win this game 9-3. I'm putting George on the bench. He's a risky start in Week 14. So who gets to win in Week 14? And how many points? Who are we going with on the spread? We got the New England Patriots traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers are hometown favorites at -5. I'm laying the big 5 points. I'm riding with the hometown Steelers. I know it's hard to put a lot of points on this offense. They can barely move the ball, but if you've been watching New England lately, they definitely cannot move the ball. So I'm going to run with the Steelers and their defense. I can see TJ Watt getting a defensive sack fumble here, creating a short field, if not a defensive touchdown. So I'm riding with the Steelers. They should be able to hold on and win this game somewhere in the 13-3, 13-6 range. Let's go Steelers. I'm laying the 5 points and put my money on you guys.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us. Give us a follow. Once again, subscribe to the channel. I'm Eric Sojash. Peace, love. Let's continue to smoke the competition.
Deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Weezy. The card 3, sensation. Wait then, pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, touring, soaring, open road.